so she gets up ungodly early. I'll use that instead of other inappropriate words that could be used for the same thing. So she gets to bed around the same time, so I'm not ready to go to bed that early, so that's when I stream. I do have a couple rollers here, so I'm going to grab my tin lid. But now that they're staying up a little bit later, I'm looking at shifting, and I wanted to this is my opportunity to see what this time zone looks like, or what this time slot looks like for me, and how it fits. So we will see how it goes. But it's great to meet you. Where are you joining from? Yes, I see you said, man, I can talk tonight. And that noise really did get me off my game. East Coast, or Eastern Time Zone. You don't have to say specifically or anything else, but just kind of curious where you're at. I am right now in southern New Jersey, out of Indianapolis. Okay, so you're right near the time zone changeover there. I'm originally from northwestern Ohio. Been to Indianapolis many times. I love all the museums, and their library right there, right off that big grassy, I forget what it's called off the top of my head at the moment, is one of my favorite libraries ever. It's at 7 stories. Just has that beautiful view out there. But great town. Of course, I'm a big sports nerd, so the first place I checked out when I went to Indianapolis, I went to 2 places. First place I went to was to walk by and be underwhelmed by the NCAA headquarters, and then I went over to Lucas Oil Field and saw that day they weren't doing the Plaza Downtown. Yep, you're exactly right. They weren't doing tours that day, or I think they were, but they were like $40. But there was a home and garden show, $5. Went in, and what do you know? It was set up on the field, and they had part of the end zone exposed. So I got to stand in the end zone down there for $5 instead of $40. And of course, I did what my dad always told me to do, which is if you ever visit and you're able to, if you visit a basketball arena. Yes, I am thrilled about the new category. It was shared over on the Brick Builders Discord, and was really happy that people really got out there and let Twitch know that there were a lot of us out here streaming on it, and getting it added, and it helps you really kind of lock in. Now, I also do. I'm also kind of more of a, although I've been a lot of brick building lately. Brick building is my primary, but I do consider myself a variety streamer. So I also do woodworking. I do some gaming, Friday nights usually, and then also I've done some beading or some jewelry making. I did a couple streams of making a rosary. I'm going to be working on soon doing a stream where I'm going to be doing some electronic music composition, doing some loop track editing, things of that nature. I've done some time lapses, time lapse creation, things of that nature. Just basically whatever. If it's something creative that I want to do, I've started to just turn on the camera and share it with others and get their feedback. I did a design stream 3 weeks ago, maybe it was 2. I guess it was 3 weeks ago, for my next DIY creation for a Halloween prop for my yard, which is a cannon that actually will hook up to a fog machine and shoot fog to make it look as though the cannon is firing. So I did a little bit of the design sketching, showed how I do the research and the measurements, and sketched it up. and got the materials, almost all the materials completed. It might not be done in time for this Halloween. I had a couple setbacks, but basically I'm going to film that and then share a little bit of the highlights of it here on stream, and then also use that to kick off a YouTube channel that will be a partner, complimentary partner for this stream channel. So lots of fun things in the works right now, and really exploring where this takes me and how I share, and really getting feedback from people too. So if you stream, I would love to check it out. Matter of fact, I will be hitting but what I do use it for is when you have multiple of them together. I have a 1x4 that'll be the one bridge, and then you put this on the edge to then lock it into the second one and kind of keep them all together. So I do this so when I take it up to put it with the rest of the 25th anniversary minifigs, it'll go there right with it. So that's 9 nubs for you. So now that's it for the minifigs for this set. And we're going to move forward here. I'm going to keep in this zoomed in view as we continue to build out the desert skiff, because I think I can keep it in frame here. And I'd like to give as much detail as possible for this. So as you can see there, it's kind of nice the fact that it's so simple that it just slides out. You don't even have to push it out with your hand for that plank, for having Luke walk out over the Sarlacc pit. But overall, nice detail so far. I really like how the rail came out here on the front. Came out pretty nicely. Well, let's go ahead and keep building. And yeah, Vahooty, I am trying out a new time slot just to kind of see. It was one of those things where my wife has the kids out of the house at the moment, so I figured, you know what? I've been wanting to try an earlier time slot to see if it works better for me, and as the kids are staying up later and later, I don't feel like having to rush them at bed. I like to take my time at bedtime with them, and my oldest and I have been reading the Harry Potter book series together at night, and so I'd really been enjoying that. We're in book 7, and yeah, I enjoyed that part, and being able to get through like an entire chapter a night with her or whatever. So something I look forward to, and I never want to have to wrap it up early because it's time for a stream. Also, because there's only 2 bags tonight, I did not change the tags for the stream tonight. But because there's only 2 bags, and this is the second of those 2 bags, we're not going to be doing an ASMR bag tonight. Sorry to disappoint, but we will be back onto that. A matter of fact, on Thursday night is going to be our complete build in ASMR. So we're going to be doing the Jedi Bob Starfighter, which, there you go, 75-388 Jedi Bob Starfighter. We will be doing this in its entirety on my Thursday night stream, and it will be in its entirety in ASMR. So I will do a hey, how's it going, kick us off, and then I will turn off my mic. Go on that back starboard side, wing up. That is going to be down. there's that side piece on there. And real nice. Okay, and that's going to go and kind of cap over the top here facing the back. Okay. That way, okay. Make sure I kept myself true. That's going to line up there. There we have it. Okay, now we have both of those sides down, and then also locked in that back top plate there. Okay. We are going to flip this way just to kind of keep it a little bit more oriented the way that it's going for the moment. my tool to square it up. Oh, and I'm dropping pieces. I was focusing that the right direction, which I was. That's going to just slide right in the middle there. So easy to get these things completely cockeyed, so little adjustments here and there to try to get it straightened out without making everything just fall to pieces. Those of you playing the home game, we're moving on to page 56, which is Book 2, Step 50. Here we're going to be putting the back rail on. Just like the front, I'm going to use pry bar just to square it up lightly. And there we go. Flip this over gently. Gives a surprising amount of stability there. Kind of see it all came together there on those clear pieces on the bottom to make it give that appearance of floating, which is nice because it kind of needs to for the scene. Which, speaking of scenes, Vahudi, how you progressing on your AT-AT? And also, Zach, if you're still out there, I'd love to hear as well. What's a build that you've done recently, if you've done any builds, or maybe a build you've watched recently that you've really enjoyed? What's your favorite build? And anybody else that's out there, I see a few other people have joined, so it's really an open question to anybody out there. Hit it in the chat. Drop me a note of what is your favorite set you've either built recently or watched be built recently. And bonus points, why? Don't have to go crazy. This isn't an interview. I'd just like to hear people's thoughts and see what different sets are out there that maybe, times when I ask this question, there's a set that I've never even heard of before, and then somebody shares a link and it's like, holy crap, that's awesome. Even. There's that Lego mark. Right there. Helps if I put the riser on there first. Okay. It's hard to find that spot on these pieces. And here we have that. You can kind of see that on that side. That little plank coming out the side. And now we're going to do the same on the other half, which we're just going to rotate this here so that we can get easy access to where we're going to be putting that on. These are the last few steps, so we are getting real close here to our completion. Lists. And before we close it out, we have a bunch of spares on this one. Those rollers and those turret pieces you can kind of see. And close it out there and show you these are all of the spares that came with this set, just in case you're curious what comes with. A lot of that visor set, that typical helmet hole visor set, some lightsaber hilts, a couple sets of handcuffs of the handcuff chains, and just some other ancillary pieces there. Go ahead and put the tin lid back on. And both books here. And let's take a quick look here as to how it came together. So I'm going to actually kind of load it up here, and sometimes they'll give you an initial layout kind of reference, which is the same as from the box cover, etc. And his foothold does not want to go on that hip. I'm wondering if maybe perhaps not supposed to. Yeah, he's just kind of standing up here on the plank itself. And they're all kind of just standing there. None of them are really clicked into anything. Boba Fett, of course, is going to be often flying in this layout. Which reminds me of the effect they did in the Battle of Mandalore set, where they had that clear hooked piece. Oh, actually, one of those handcuff sets is actually for Chewbacca. I missed that. Chewie got to be in the cuffs. Not that they make any difference. It's Chewbacca. He still destroys everybody on that skiff. Chewbacca the Uncuffable. Come on. Go. Chewbacca is cuffed. It won't be incredibly long. It's 305 pieces, but it might be the set be an hour and a quarter of a build. But I'll be doing it completely ASMR. If you have any inputs of anything that you have seen on an ASMR build that you really want this to do that maybe I haven't done in any of my my ASMR bags previously, hit me up in Discord, please. Help me make this the best it can possibly be. If you are not on the Discord yet, hit that link and jump on over there. And help me decide future content as well. Doing some work trying to get some things set up so I can get back to doing some woodworking and some other elements. Still have some unfinished projects that I do want to finish here with the stream, so that's where we're going to stand with that. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate the new follow, even though it did scare the bejesus out of me there, Zach. But I do appreciate the follow all the same. It's fantastic to see more and more new faces out there. And for everybody who has already been following and came back on to watch tonight, thank you so much. I really appreciate you a ton. Thank you, Vahudi, especially always coming in and chatting it up. It's always nice to see. But that's going to do it for tonight. I am Creative Constructs. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening, and go Cleveland Guardians tonight against the New York Yankees. I am Creative Constructs. I will see you on the next creation. Have a great night.